Office of Accommodative Services is here to provide you with a resource this week regarding splitting your screen. So splitting a screen is a great technique to aid one's accessibility and flexibility. So having two tabs open at once, whether you're taking notes, working on an assignment and looking at the guidelines for an assignment, doing a research activity where you need to also be taking notes, writing your paper at the same time as looking at your source. It really just allows you that flexibility to better and more productively accomplish your tasks. So having those two screens also allows easy comparison, a great tool again for note taking. So if you are in a meeting or listening to a lecture that's pre-recorded or recorded, just to have on your screen aside, really great to have that Word document or whatever note taking app you might also be working with on both screens, with your lecture on one side, note taking on the other. It's also cost effective because everyone's computer does have this capability depending on, web browser or whatever you're using. There's different ways. So today we're going to work through some of those ways so you guys can actually utilize this technique this semester. Overall, using this approach increases productivity. So we're going to watch a video that works through how to split your screen.
In this tutorial, you're going to learn how to split your screen. Splitting your screen is a basic but really important skill that's going to allow you to see two different web pages at the same time. So for example, let's say that you're in a Google Meet meeting. The way it's set up will be only one single tab, and that's the only thing you'll be able to see on your computer. That's fine if you're just talking with friends or family, but if you need to also be doing schoolwork, you're going to need to be able to split your screen. And even if you're not in a video conference, splitting your screen is just really useful so that you can see two different web pages at the same time. We're going to look at three different options for how you can do this. The first is that you could get a Google Chrome extension installed on your browser that will automatically split your screen for you. To do this, search for the Chrome Web Store, then click on the first link that shows up. In the search box, you can search for a tab splitter like Duelist, and then click the blue Add to Chrome button. It will ask you again if you want to add the extension, click Add Extension. Then in order to have the extension show up, you're going to need to click on the little puzzle and then pin the extension to your browser. And then once you've installed it, you'll see a little icon show up on your browser. So let's go back here again to a situation where we have two tabs together and we want to split the screen. If you have a tab splitting extension, all you need to do is click on it, choose how you want the tabs to be split, and then that will automatically just split those tabs in two so that now you can look at two different web pages. And if you hover your mouse over one side, you can scroll up and down, and you can also scroll up and down on the other as well. So now you can imagine that on one tab, a teacher might be talking to you in a Google Meet meeting and explaining something that you need to be doing, and then you could actually have that work open on the second tab. The problem with these Chrome extensions is that oftentimes you're not allowed to use them if you're on a school computer. So there's another solution if you're on a Mac computer. First, you're going to want to make sure that you've minimized your window by clicking on the green dot that's up on the top left-hand side of the screen. Then you're going to drag one of the tabs off of the browser so that you have one tab facing the other. Now go back to the green circle, hover over it, and choose to either tile the window to the left or to the right of your screen. I'm going to go ahead and choose to tile it to the right here, and you'll see that that automatically splits that tab over, and then I can select on the other browser window, and it will pop up on the other side of my screen. You'll see that there's a black bar that divides the two windows, and you can drag that bar around to resize those windows however you'd like. And you'll also see that you can scroll up and down on either side so you can interact with both of the web pages as well. Now let's say that you don't have either of those options available to you. You can also just do this manually. So first you'll want to make sure again that you're not in full screen mode. Then just like we did before, you can pull one of the tabs off of the other tab, and then what you're going to do is just manually resize it by dragging it to the side of the computer screen where you want it to go. And then once you have one window in place, you can just drag the other one where you want that one to go as well. Just like the other two options, you'll still be able to scroll up and down on both screens and interact with both web pages at the same time.
The Office of Accommodative Services hopes that you take these tips in mind and really use the split screen capability to make your semester more productive. Thank you.